Hi everyone, welcome back to Reading with Janelle. It is the time of the month where I share with you my monthly reads. So for April, we're in May, Janelle, May. In May, I read 4 books, 3 of which were paperback. And it's these 3 right here. I don't know if you can see, but these 3 books. And one e-version, Kindle version. And for me, I really wanted to challenge myself to read more paperback because I haven't read a physical book in over a year. So I'm really proud of myself that 3 out of the 4 books that I read in May were paperback. So I'm really satisfied with that. But yeah, let's get into it. Book number 1 was Love on the Brain. I won't go too much in this because my previous video was a reading vlog for Love on the Brain where I talked more in depth about it. So yeah, so this one I gave 4.75 stars, and the reason why I didn't get 5 stars was because she was a bit annoying with her what would Marie Curie do. She made Marie Curie her whole personality, and it was just too much. It was just too much. But I did enjoy it more than I did the Love Hypothesis, even though I gave Love Hypothesis 5 stars. But again, if I should read the Love Hypothesis now, it would probably be a 4.5. Not sure. But this is book 1. Yeah, so I won't really go much into it. Book number 2 was Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey, and it's brother's best friend and fake dating. Now this book follows Georgie, who is the youngest in her family, and everyone they treat her as if she's still a child, even though she's in her 20s. She bought her own house, she's paying a mortgage, whatever. But they just still treat her like a child, she's still 12 or whatever. Travis, who's her brother's best friend and a pro baseball player who is forced into retirement early because of an injury, he's now back home in his hometown, licking his wounds because his pride, he because he can't play baseball anymore, he doesn't know what else he can do in life, and he sees himself as a failure. And even though everyone has tried to get him to come out of the house because he's just stuck in the house moping around and wallowing in self-pity, his best friend tried, and everyone basically kind of gave up on him. And that's where Georgie came in. She went over to his place and tell him stop acting as if the world's ending, blah blah blah. And she was basically goading him. She was telling him his shit, whatever. You get me? And I think that kind of helped him to you know what, she has a point. And the relationship kind of started there. They entered a fake dating. They started fake dating because a lot of people they just saw him as a prize to be won, especially women. And he basically started fake dating Georgie to kind of get people off his back, if that makes sense. And Georgie, she just wanted to experience Travis. Well, not like that, but she always had a crush on him, whatever. To me, while I was reading it, even though they said they were fake dating, it didn't seem like fake dating. It seemed like they were in a relationship, but for whatever reason Travis just couldn't admit to himself that he actually liked her. I get it, it was his his best friend's little sister, whatever. I liked it. I don't have much thoughts on that apart from wanting a successful fake dating trope. It's I just want the trope from fake dating to real dating to be successful. Like, I just want it where no one found out that they were in a fake relationship, whether they found out on their own or like the people in the relationship tell them. Like, I am yet to find a book where that is the case, because every single fake dating book that I've read, someone has to find out. Like, why does people have to find out? I don't get it. So if you know a book where it has like fake dating and no one find out, like, give me your recommendations. Comment down below and tell me which book that is the case, because I would like to read it. I would like to read it. Gave Fix Her Up 3.5 stars. Like, I gave it 3.5 stars. It was okay. It was an average book for me. It was okay. It was okay. You know, it was okay. Flawless by Elise Silva. This was the Kindle version that I read. So it's a small town romance, only one bed, enemies to lover, forced proximity, and it gives Who Hurt You vibes, you know. So Rhett is a bull rider who has gotten himself in some hot water with his sponsors, and as a result, his is it his PR manager, PR people, somebody, his manager, PR person, whatever, basically sends one of his staff to babysit him for the summer, and it turns out that the person who was sent Summer is actually his manager's daughter, and she's just there to do damage control. And long story short, them being like in close contact and spending so much time together, you know, feelings developed. They kind of started liking each other. They got together. There's family drama involved and relationship issues, and there's a happy ending. Yeah, that's basically kind of the summary. No, my review for this book, like, I have it written down here, and I think I read it in the first half of May. So, but yeah, so for this, like, I've seen everybody and their mom like rave about like this book and the series, and I basically waited like a good little while before I read it, and I must say it's nothing to call home about. I'm so sorry, don't come for me, but that's just how I feel about this. It honestly isn't, I don't think it's something to be continuously spoken about the way it's spoken about, but again, people's opinion, people enjoy, people like what they like, and for me, this just wasn't all that. You know, it was an okay book. It was an okay book. Like, I read it in a day, couple days. I read it in a couple days, whatever. I can appreciate the characters' growth, you know, from living for others to living for themselves, because both main characters were living for other people. Like, where with Rhett, bull riding was his career, it's all he's ever done, and he was basically doing it to support his family financially, even though he really didn't need to, because like his family just wanted him to quit bull riding because they saw it as being like dangerous, and they never know when he's going to get hurt and if, you know, this bull ride would be his last. So they were basically wanted him to quit for his safety, but he was just like, oh, they're so against it, blah blah blah, but I'm doing this for them, yada yada yada. While Summer, she only worked at her dad's company because with her thing, like, I don't really want to get much into it, but she's basically so grateful for her dad. You know, she went to law school, and she's working at the company, she's working at her dad's company, so that eventually when he retires or whatever, it will be passed on to her, even though she's not sure if that's what she really wants to do. But eventually we saw where she moved on from like doing that, because that's just what's expected for her, to finally doing something that she loves and like want to do. But yeah, so I also enjoyed Rhett and his brother's like relationship and like his brother's friend. I love the chemistry between the brothers and whatever, like the banter. Again, like Summer's stepmother, my gosh, she pit the sisters against each other, and I just don't get it. She's given like evil stepmother vibes, and I just never like it. For what reason? Yes, I get that the husband did her, like her dad did, the husband, Summer's dad, did her wrong, but at the end of the day, like, the child's innocent, and you don't have to pit the two siblings against each other. That was flawless. Book 4 was One Last Job, and this was an arc. This was an arc that I received, and it is by Anis Star. I think 2 videos back, or maybe 3 videos back, I reviewed One Last Job, 1 Week in Paradise, which is also by her. This is the second book in the Flights and Feelings series, and this is Enemies to Lovers, He Falls First, office slash workplace romance, and it is a interracial relationship, so it's like a black woman, white man, whatever. And this follows Amber, who is Bailey's best friend, and we're introduced to Amber in 1 Week in Paradise. And so it follows Amber and one of her clients. Now Amber is like a interior designer, I think. Is that exactly what she do? Like an interior designer, yeah? And she works at one of this top company, but the company like doesn't really appreciate all the work she's done, and she's not really happy there, even though like she loves what she does. She just don't enjoy working at the company that she's at. That was basically it. So that's summary. As again, like, the book's not really long. It's a bit longer than 1 Week in Paradise, but if I should give a proper summary, I'll be giving away too much. But I'm not gonna lie, like, Finn in this book has me looking at blondes completely different. He has me looking at blondes a bit different, I'm not going to lie. Just like 1 Week in Paradise, like, Anis Star, like, she delivers a great, easy romance read. Like, there's no third act breakup, and I absolutely love that. So yeah, there's no third act breakup, there's no miscommunication, and I love that. One Last Job gives me like older sister vibe, you know. I don't know, maybe because like the couple was more realistic, relatable and mature, and 1 Week Paradise is more like the perfect summer read. But this one it's giving me a springtime read. You know, springtime read, we got a date in the park, you know, bean bags. It gives me grab a glass of wine and relax. And also, like, who doesn't love a guy who calls them sweetheart and tell them how much of a good girl they are while riding their dick, while riding his dick? Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love that? You get that in this. You get that in One Last Job. This comes out, where's my phone? I can't remember. One Last Job comes out, it's being released on July 7. So again, this was an arc. I gave it 4.2 stars because I really enjoyed it, you know. Great, easy read. It's yeah, I don't know what else to say. So those were the books that I read. Those were the 4 books that I read in May. Apart from One Last Job, if you've read any of the 3 books, let me know what you think of them. Let me know your thoughts on them. For June, I have my little TBR here. I don't know if you can see it, but I have my TBR. I'm so sorry for the ever-changing lighting. Natural light will do that to you. But yeah, so I have my TBR here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 books, you know, nothing too drastic, because lately how it is on average we are in June. The last 2 or 3 months I've been reading like 4 or maybe 5 books per month, so I don't think 6 is pushing it, because last year I was doing more than that. And as much as this seems like to be a slow reading year for me, I think I can get those 6 books out. I think I can knock out 6 books in June. I'm just trying to find the name of the other book. I'm honestly just trying to find the name. For June, I have like 2 arcs to read. So that's Beauty and the Demon and Wicked. These are 2 arcs that I have to read. Beauty and the Demon is by Aurora Asha, and that's being released the 7th of June, which, yeah, it's being released the 7th of June. So this week, hopefully the video is out, right? Out this week. Like, it's being released in 2 days. It will be out when this video is out, hopefully. And Wicked is being released early July. I think it's the 7th of July as well. I'm not going to lie. I think it's the 7th of July. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's the 7th of July. And Wicked is by Adeline Winters. Y'all know how I feel about Adeline Winters. Love Her or Leave Her, Tools of Engagement, Hook, Line and Sinker. And those 3 books are by Tessa Bailey, and these 3 books are physical books that I want to read this month. So look, so last month I read 3 physical books. I'm trying to do the same again this month, and I have 3 Kindle version books that I want to read. Also, I forgot to mention Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop, and I only added this to my TBR because the main character, the female main character, name's Janelle. Her name's Janelle, so let's go live vicariously through Janelle in this book. Like, she's on vacation, destination wedding in the Caribbean, and yeah, so let's see what Janelle is experiencing in Only for the Week. Was that what it's called? Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see at the end of June if I made it through my TBR or if I read something that wasn't on my TBR, but we'll see. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.